Catherine, how are you? Good.
Very good. Thank you.
Good. Carlos?
I just had one question before I head off.
Yeah.
It's when doing the horse stance, should we be like how what should the like pressure be going through your knee like as it crosses over from your thigh to your lower leg across the knee? Is it like pushing it outwards, like straight down, or
So if I'm moving my weight to this side, what happens with my knee? It's a good question. What you don't want it to do is this. All right. I know there are martial arts like Wing Chun that use that there's a Wing Chun class. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me. All right. You always want the yang side of the leg to bow out. So it's like the arch of a bridge, so to speak, right? And that's taking the weight. Ooh, does that get at your question?
um a little bit. I'll need to like play with it a bit later so I can really formulate my question better. Uh, I just lack a lot of the vocabulary to really describe what I want to say. So,
Well, it's like that guy I showed right at the beginning. The guy who's the batting coach. Even he doesn't have very good language. The truth is, most people, including me, when I was a kid, most people think when you bat, you're really using your arms and you're going like this. So that's a ping circle. What this guy's saying is, no, you're going down like this. So it's a circle like this, not like this. And but he doesn't have the language for that. He can't say, and we don't have the language culturally. He can't say, don't swing in a ping circle, swing in a shoe circle. So then he has to use all these other bizarre, you got to hit the catcher in the head, right, and then continue your swing like that. It's more like a golf swing almost. So I don't blame you. It takes a long time to find the right language and the right metaphors.
all right, but I need to head off. I'll hopefully see you a
Okay.
little bit tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. We'll see you then. So Jill, I guess, is not going to join us, so she's just going to have to catch up with us when she gets a chance. I think I think the last move we did was this one, shield body punch.
Yeah, but I don't have it. But yes. Hmm.
Yeah, well, let's work on that then. Yeah, let's just work on that move. So, are you good up to here, Catherine?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll just go through this again right from the beginning in detail. Relax. Now, when you relax, you should really feel your horse stance. The right arm comes up to block. The left arm sneaks underneath for a hidden hand punch. And then you circle and whack the guy somewhere between the ear and the shoulder. One more. Relax. So let's look at the weights here. You're not really moving your feet, but you're definitely shifting your weight, and it's that shift in weight that makes this move effective. All right? When I get down here, my weight is over on the right, and now I'm going to relax, and when I relax, my weight's going to be on the left. and then the right and the left and the right. Sink to the red and the left, right, left, right. So everything we just talked about with a high horse stance applies here, and the quad, the hip joints opening and closing. That's what makes this work. This hand comes up, it's blocking. So some guys running at you, you just want to put something up between you and him. So you put your arm up, and notice that my hand is just relaxed. It's probably in a fist, but it's just relaxed. And he's probably then going to have to deal with your arm. He's going to grab your arm or try to push it out of the way or something. Anyhow, he's going to be focused on this. That's why you can hit him with the other side. Now, if you're going to hit him with the other side, what's doing the hitting is you're shifting your weight and turning your waist and opening and closing your hip joints. When I say opening and closing the hip joints, in a sense, that's a passive opening and closing. You're not deliberately, I'm deliberately trying to open this and I'm deliberately trying to close that. It just happens because you're moving in that direction. However, the art is to get out of the way so that can happen naturally. Not to be holding the groin or the hips in a certain configuration that get in the way. So I'm real stiff down here. I can't do that. I can't do that move because I'm too stiff. So instead, you just relax. It's not this. No, I wasn't looking at you, Catherine. It's like you use your body. You're going to jerk this hand backwards. The guy's got hold of you. He's holding you here, right at your wrist. So what you want to do is you want to hit him right here. Boom. At the same time, you want to jerk this back. You can't do that from the shoulders. You can't do both of those at the same time from the shoulders. You have to do it from the waist. Watch the waist. basic idea. Look, it's like, have you ever taught a little kid to snap their fingers? All right? There's a little kid, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. This is the simplest thing in the world to do. But a little kid can't do it because he's never done it before. It's the same with this. It's very easy to do. It's just like snapping your fingers, only instead of snapping your fingers, you're snapping your waist. Once you catch on to it, you go, oh, okay, well, it's simple. Right? It jerks this back. It's the waist is jerking it back. Boom. Say the waist is jerking it back, but that's another language problem. It's really it's the whole body's just doing the whole thing at once. All right? It's from the waist. And the bigger your belly is, the stronger it will be. Right? All right, so that's the first part. Even if you don't have the snap, just practice the outer motion. Just get the outer motion down, and then you slowly work on the snap over a period of years. And when you get it, you'll know it. And then it applies to everything. It applies to all kinds of stuff. You don't do that. It's much gentler in the form, but it's there. Right? If you wanted to use it. This thing about clearing somebody off your arm is a good way to illustrate. There's a lot of shock and surprise built into Tai Chi. One of the reasons that a movement like that will work is they're not expecting it. He's got my arm. He's not expecting a snap like that. It's very fast. Right? It doesn't always work, in which case now you go on to the next thing. But right, but it's partly just the fact that it's happening on both sides at once, and that it's very fast. It's not that you're Superman. It's just that you move quickly. Okay, that's the first part. Turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. Double block down. Boom. It's a double block. Maybe some guy has come in and he's got his hands on your body. Boom. It's like you're beating a big bass drum. Boom. Boom. And again, it's this that does it. Now you're snapping it vertically instead of snapping it horizontally. So this is called boxing the ears. There's lots of ways to do boxing the ears. This is one way to do it. And what you're doing is your energy's coming in the center, it's coming out the back, and it's going around in a big circle. So it's a big double circle like this. And you let your hands be really free. And what you're going to hit him with is your knuckles in back. And why are you doing it that way? Because he's blocking you. So he sees it coming, and he blocks. A block might just be like this. So he's protecting his face and head. But you come right around. Here's his block. In fact, what you're doing is you're not holding your wrists stiff. You're letting them absolutely be flexible. So I'm going to do this really slow. I would need another. I would need another one of these. Hold on a minute. This is just paper towels. You're gonna have to put up with this. All right? It's like pop, 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 right into the side of his head. You step up into this. Watch the energy come from the ground. Comes up from the ground. When you do a symmetrical motion like this, you're in this case you're going to be using the daimai around the waist, and that's because these are basically ping circles. Right? So you're going to use this pop to do that, and you're going to use this to do that. Now, if you only had the physical waist, that wouldn't work because you can't go both directions at once with your physical waist. But you can go both directions at once with your energy waist. So the energy is going like this. And phew, your hands just follow that. And honestly, it really feels like I'll get another, tomorrow I'll get another, it's exactly like just snapping a whip. And, you know, if you're going to snap a whip, you could do it wrong, which is just to do it from your shoulders. But the real way to do it is to do it from your body. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good. Now, for some reason, setting up that punch is difficult for everyone. And I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know why, but it is for some reason, right? After you, watch, after you do the punch to the ears, right, you settle your weight backward, and the hands just drop down. In fact, they're going to drop down and they're both going to go like this. They're going to drop down and come over. Boom, punch down, come over. Now, each hand is going to do something different. So the coming over in that giant figure 8 is not exactly symmetrical. Because as you come over, you set up for what it is you're going to do next. But underneath those variations left and right, it's basically just a simple figure eight. Block. Figure eight. Figure eight. Two big circles. And there's a little weight shift going on there. That increases your circle. Okay. So each hand has a separate function. The left hand is punching. So anyone who, for instance, falls asleep in class, like Jill, so the right hand, excuse me, is punching, and it's going to punch twice. It's going to punch once backward, and it's going to punch once forward. So I'm just going to do the right hand. Punches backward. Punch. 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 So where are you punching? Right into somebody's groin. There's a little snap going on there, or there could be. And it's just exactly like a whip. Only it's your hand. Now, here's the part that just seems to get everybody. All right? Now you got to punch forward, you got to get there. And for some reason, everybody wants to go from the punch position into the next punch position. But that's not right. All right? In fact, you need to restructure your body so that you get a good punch going forward. The restructuring is you just come over, and when you come over, you will end up right above your dantian, about where your solar plexus is. And you actually just rest it on your body. All right? The punch is not going to be straight ahead. The punch is going to be at a 45 angle. All right? Punch backward, circle over, punch forward. Now the punch forward could be anywhere you can get. However, technically it's to the bladder. This would be solar plexus or heart. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's actually punching down. When you come over, your palm is up. Feel what happens in your forearm when you do this movement. Can you feel it's all spirals? Spiral. Spiral. So spiral in, spiral out. Spiral in, spiral out. Now I'm just doing something here naturally, but I should tell you this too. What do you notice about my fist? It's those two knuckles. You're reinforcing those two knuckles with your thumb, and you're hitting with those two knuckles. Not with these knuckles back here, just with these knuckles. So and that's usually almost always true in Tai Chi, that you're punching with those two knuckles. So what does that mean? It means your punch is less like a sledgehammer and more like an arrow. When you're punching, we're going to do a punch later pretty soon. Watch my little finger. I'm going to punch him with that little knuckle on my little finger. Well, you go, well, that's not going to do anything. If you hit them in the temple, it will do something. One knuckle. It's just like an arrow. It's like an arrowhead. Hit back. Hit forward. Box the ears. Hit back. Hit forward. Now, what's this hand doing? This hand is a blind, right? So, Kevin, watch this. Right? Watch this. There's a great little video with Michael J. White, doing some punching with who's that great big guy from St. Louis? Big black guy.
Spinks?
What's that?
Spinks?
No. He's older and bigger, and he's a street fighter. Anyway, so this guy's he's huge. He's like a weightlifter, and Michael J. White goes, I want you to hit my hand. Right? So, oh no. So he says, I'm gonna punch at you. I want you to stop it with your hand. So he punches, stops it, punches, and stops it, and he's punching fast. He says, okay, now so Michael's punching, and he says, don't let me hit. I gotta learn to tell this story right. Don't let me hit your hand. All right? He punches fast. The guy moves his hand out of the way. He punches fast. The guy moves his hand out of the way. And now he punches really slow. And the guy just stands there and takes it. It's like, what? When you change your speed on things, you change people's ability to move and to perceive, right? And maybe you only do it once. Maybe that's all you need to do it. Watch this hand. Watch this finger. Look at that. Boom. Look. If you point a finger at somebody's nose, they're gonna look at it, and then you're gonna punch them with the other hand. So what you're pointing at is basically what you're gonna hit. Point. Hit. Do you see that both of those are working off my midline? No, if I had two fists, it would just be this. but one of them's a finger. Pay attention. Boom. Pay attention. Pay attention. All right. So that's the whole move. Let's do the whole move. Questions?
Um, I have to practice between now and tomorrow night because the beginning I understand and I'm having it, but the second part is more difficult for me, and I'm exhausted right now. It's 8:15 p.m. here, so
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
no,
It's
it's
hard
just
to
that
it's hard to learn when you're tired. I was gonna ask you, Catherine. Suppose suppose you did not speak English. No, seriously.
yeah.
I don't speak French, so I'm speaking English. You don't know any English. How difficult would it be to learn this? It'd be very difficult. Right? When
It
I was
would be,
learning,
but I think that would be another way of learning. Actually, it was just
yes, that's true. That's true. However, I can tell you, and Kevin, I think will back me up. You don't get this kind of detail or explanation in most Tai Chi classes.
that's for sure.
Yes, Kevin.
When I first started learning Tai Chi in St. Louis, I was learning Yang style, and it was I lived in a housing project,
Yeah.
and there was a Chinese restaurant on the corner, and there was an empty apartment above it. So I was the only American. Everyone else was Chinese. No one spoke English,
Yeah.
and it was crazy.
Yeah, it's my teacher did not speak in, oh, I never got explanations. All these explanations I'm giving you, seriously, I mean this, is what I collected over a 15 or 20-year period and integrated it. But first of all, no one ever explained it like this. All right? What they might do is talk about, oh, well, that's a belly punch or a bladder punch. And then 6 months would go by before they would mention what that was. All right, it was very episodic. It was mostly in Chinese. Keep going, do it. Yeah. Come on, do it. I'll try to, it's evening for you there. I'll get this up by the morning so you can watch the video.
Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Thank
guys.
you.
Talk about tired. I'm tired too, so I'm gonna go have a little late breakfast. You guys have a great day. All right. We'll see you later.